Good evening, one and all, and welcome to another episode here at Last Week in Geek. I'm Mr. Panda.
And I'm Rockstar.
And this is the fancy show that we're doing right now. Look at me dance. I'm a kitty cat. And a dance, and a dance.
That is old meme, that is dead meme. Nobody knows that meme.
We're starting off today with some wonderful new trailers and teasers.
Other videos that you can go to and not watch ours.
The first of which is FARMAGEDDON, a Shaun the Sheep movie, coming out on December 13th. Did I get it right this time?
Yes.
December 13th. And it looks like fun if you're into the old claymation stuff like Chicken Run or Shaun the Sheep. Facebook appears to be entering the media market all on their own with Facebook Watch, and this new series that they're teasing is called Human Discoveries. It's about, early man. Very diverse cast, incidentally, running around discovering new things about the potential of humanity in their Cro-Magnon world. That's not the right term, but I don't care. It's not about science. It's about caribou and beating each other to death with leg bones. I don't know. I was kind of confused about what I was supposed to get out of the show. Don't drink that fermented grape juice! The only funny line is the one right at the end with the rabbit. Anyway, that's beside the point. You can expect that Facebook series to come out July 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Disney, meanwhile, has put out a new trailer for Mulan, and we're all not excited. The reason we're not excited is because, as you may have heard, no songs. None. No. Zero. Zilch. We get little references to the songs and the dialogue, which sounds really stilted, I gotta say. Maybe that's just how they talk. I don't know. But it feels weird.
And then we're gonna get instrumentals of the songs?
How are you gonna make an instrumental of Make a Man Out of You? I guarantee you if they try that, the theater's gonna just be overpowered by fans screaming at the top of their lungs for no reason and ruining whatever else was good about the movie, if anything. No Mushu!
That controversy's been swept under the rug with Ariel's casting, but That's
a whole different story. But Mulan has a current release date of March 27th, 2020. In the anime world, we got a preview of Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 because Anno knew. He knew what was going to happen if he brought out
4.04.
And it's 10 minutes plus a little bit of a recap at the beginning. But the actual new footage they showed us was about 10 minutes. And to the surprise of everyone, it was not Anno sitting alone in a dark room under a spotlight for 10 minutes. No, it was the Eiffel Tower and a bunch of random battleships floating in the air. You can see the whole thing for yourself below.
And there's no point giving you a release date because it's Anno. Who knows when it'll be released? And if you're pining for the old days, which it seems Hollywood really is, we're getting a Digimon anniversary movie. We've kind of already, I think, stated this before.
But now we have an actual little teaser out. That's not very long, not very informative, but it is The Last Evolution. So, this will finally be the end of it, we hope.
The Last Adventure, you want to catch that? That'll be out February 21st.
Allegedly.
Speaking about Digimon, you can't get enough Digimon in your movies. You can definitely get more Digimon video games because coming to Switch and PC, you're getting the Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. Man, that's a mouthful.
Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition.
Which means that you'll get Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth 1 and 2. Continuing the trend of very long name video games coming to Switch, we have Layton's Mystery Journey, Catriel, and The Millionaire's Conspiracy, the Deluxe Edition, coming to Switch on November 8th. What you'll get with that is all the DLC, 40 new puzzles, and a whole slew of other stuff, including some retweaks on some of the old puzzles that they had that were not that great. That'll be interesting. As my catchphrase goes. Hollywood doesn't have an original idea in its brain. We're getting a prequel to the Gremlins series, with an animated series called Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai. Apparently it's going to be all about why the Gremlins become evil when you put water on them, and all sorts of other fun stuff.
The 1990s called. They want their template for animated series back. Actually, that might go all the way back to the 1980s. I watched Rainbow Bright. I know what you're up to.
Yeah,
Hallmark.
I feel like that's an 80s thing that turned into a 90s thing, and now all the kids growing up today are just 90s kids.
Timon
that have
and
been rebooted.
Pumbaa.
Rebooted 90s kids! That's what this generation should be called.
Bandale. Now the video's gonna get claimed for my awesome renditions.
Sailor Moon is getting a digital edition to their manga, Sailor Moon Eternal, that's out today. First 4 mangas are out on Cosmictology, thanks to the partnership between Kodansha Comics and Cosmictology. Go read that.
Harmony Gold announced that they have renewed the license for Robotech, much to the disappointment of fanboys everywhere. It's not going to be a short-term thing either. Whether it's through cyclical license that they can keep optioning out, or whether it's just a solid 35 years, it's 35 more years of Harmony Gold controlling Robotech. For those of you out of tune with why this is an ongoing controversy, the short version is, it wouldn't be so much of a problem if Harmony Gold just kept licensing the material from the old series to continue doing Robotech stuff. The problem is that Harmony Gold has a tendency to strong-arm any attempt in the United States by other companies to bring in stuff from Macross. Even though Macross is literally not part of the original license, it was just they got to use part of Macross for Robotech. But you know what? Congratulations, Harmony Gold. Carl Macek would be proud.
Isn't it true that they didn't announce it when it first came out? Wasn't it sometime between 2017 and now?
It was kind of on a cliffhanger. I mean, a lot of people got their hopes up that because through disclosed court filings they found out that the license was going to expire, they thought that it was definite, that it was going to happen. Turns out, no. This has been an ongoing negotiation process, just like with a lot of other anime licenses. When exactly they sign the dotted line, we have no idea. Harmony Gold hasn't been forthcoming about that. Speaking of drama in the industry of anime, Fakku, wonderful bastion of officially licensed hentai material on the internet, has stirred up a dust storm of sorts. You may have been a user of a separate website called Hentai Heaven, which was known to be a rather illegitimate streaming service for hentai material on the internet that faced some legal problems and ultimately got shut down. You may have also heard an update about that, where the creator of Hentai Heaven was starting to work on a deal with Fakku for Fakku to kind of just take it over and turn it into the Crunchyroll of hentai. Sounds like Fakku pulled one over on him, and he was not happy about it. They promised him a bunch of stuff that just didn't come out. They took over all the social media, the official domain information. However, based off of the statement that was posted on the website, he still had a backdoor method of actually getting into the website and posted up a statement explaining the situation and how you shouldn't trust Fakku. Now, you can go either way on this with whatever you want to think about. However, I can't help but draw certain similarities between this and how Crunchyroll first came about as a legitimate site in the first place. You know, it's just some other good, fun internet drama between hentai sites for once.
Ooh, more controversy. Considering there was a big fallout, I don't know if you guys remember it, back in January, February. Rooster Teeth canned Vic, you know the last name. I'm not trying to say that.
I'm sure that you have heard the name Minanya.
Rooster Teeth has finally actually announced who Crow's new voice actor is going to be. Jason Liebrich. Another man with a very complicated last name.
It's not complicated, it's 2 syllables.
And it's coming with mixed reaction from the fans on Twitter. You've got your side that's
I would expect that.
You have the side that's always going to be for Vic being Crow. You've got the side that is congratulating the new voice actor, and you've got the people in the middle saying, hey, maybe don't attack the new voice actor who had nothing to do with it.
Are you just having a problem pronouncing it because you think it says, Liebrecht?
No.
Liebrecht.
That's totally not how somebody Spanish-speaking would say that.
Liebrecht! Hey, Roxy, I hear that Jason Liebrecht is going to be at a con that we're going to be at. You want to go say hi?
Not after today, no.
The streaming service Funimation Now is getting a boost through the combined efforts of Funimation and Right Stuff through their label Nozami. A bunch of new series are going to be going up on it, including Yakitate Japan, Revolutionary Girl Utena, Gravitation, Boogie Pop Phantom, and Sweet Blue Flowers. Hooray if you are into paying for additional streaming services that you don't need. I mean, at least it's not Crunchyroll.
Now we have to ask the question, is EA the bad guy?
Because they want to know.
Are they really the bad guy? After all, they have EA Originals that supports indie developers and gives them most of the profit back. Because, are they really the bad guys? Let's not go over every single anti-consumer policy they've put out there, all their DRMs, and all the companies that they've shut down after either taking them in or creating them as a, son of their corporation. But are they the bad guy? Are they?
The answer may surprise you.
Yes, EA. Your EA Originals does not change the fact of your loot boxes, your DRMs, your everything you do to make sure you get as much money from your consumers.
You destroyed Westwood Studios!
And Max is Interactive and a whole list of other companies there. And we're pretty sure BioWare is next, so I don't know why you're thinking that the bad guy here.
If you missed your chance at The Walking Dead from Telltale, there is one more chance for you to get it, and it's coming out on September 10th for Xbox, PS4, and the PC. You can get all the games bundled together with a bunch of bonus features, and I mean a ton of bonus features.
There's a bunch of behind the scenes, I don't know if that had DLC, but it has everything in there that you could want and more.
It probably has DLC. All games have DLC nowadays.
In Rockstar's Sexist Corner this week, we have Toy Story 2. We already knew about it if you watched Toy Story as much as we have. There's this interesting, fun little blooper of all the characters, kind of breaking character. There's one with Stinky Pete, where he's kind of grabbing a girl's hand and saying, if you want acting tips, come around anytime, It's really not as bad as it seems in retrospect.
However, in the wake of the Weinstein problems, I guess Disney was really, really deciding that, here's one little feature we can leave out.
So for many future copies, that blooper will no longer be shown. There is a slight reason why. John Lasseter, if anyone knows, was like the big head behind Pixar and particularly Toy Story. He was accused of a lot of inappropriateness with his female employees, which could be yet another reason why they might not want something that kind of follows his actions a little too closely. Like, did you know, as I was doing research for this, did you know that the women at the workplace even had a move where they, shifted their thighs away from him and they called it the Lasseter? They had a move to avoid his touching, named after him.
It's not the Picard maneuver, but it'll do.
I have one better for you, Toy Story. Why remove that one and not remove the one with Barbie at the end? It's all about her being in pain from smiling too much. And with all the women and smiling too much going around, maybe you should cut that one too.
Hey, listen, smiling is good for you. It's science.
Don't tell me to smile, I am a woman, damn it!
A while back in our old format show, you heard us talk about Greg Wicker and his problem, the good host of Greggo's game shows. Well, we've got an update for you. It doesn't come courtesy of official communications, so take this information with the potentiality of it being slightly inaccurate, we're not sure, but courtesy of his official Facebook page, James Gregory Wicker has provided information about his sentencing following his animal abuse charges and conviction. Any of you that are completely out of touch, the quick recap is, well, he got drunk or something, got really angry, choked a cat until it got blinded in one eye, nearly killed it, lied about it for 2 weeks, tried to raise money to help its vet bills, and then ultimately called the police and confessed. And if that sounds a little flippant to you, it's because I feel a little bit flippant about the story. You might have seen coverage elsewhere by ANN or other areas that omit the part about him lying about it for a couple of weeks. However, if you ever pause over to Appalachian Peace Paws, the agency that was responsible for the cat's ultimate welfare, they actually had a follow-up post that more or less confirmed the fact that he must have been lying about it because the girlfriend knew nothing about it. Be that as it may, Greg has provided some updated information. He has been sentenced to 2 years of probation, community service, and restitution, which I assume comes in the form of paying up for the vet bills and associated costs for the cat. The cat, incidentally, we do have a little bit of information, but nothing super recent. The cat was formerly named Licorice, is now named Castor. Castor, who was paired with another cat named Pollux when they were looking to get him adopted into a new family. He has been put in a different foster home as of March. and they were still looking for his forever home at that time. We don't have anything more recent than that. While Castor is doing decently well and has recovered in many ways, he will ultimately have to be paired with another cat for the rest of his life as kind of a guide cat. He can't be left alone anymore due to his injuries. If we get any more additional updates or official sources on the subject, we will let you know on the next episode or in a future episode. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. So, have a wonderful evening, and good night.
Bye-bye!